Another glorious day in this man's army.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to. I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training? If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. More news for you. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lannius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a 10th of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. Moving on. A hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostages' release. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Be sure it's true when you say I love. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love, yes I do. I love. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true
to say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart done been broken. Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people. Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago, but old Keeper Don, well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us. Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means? Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways, Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Now that you know the story of our people, you must have... Ask away. So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpicky restrictions. Anything else you want to know? Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nellis by habit. That's exactly right. You're very knowledgeable for a Sav, an outsider. Anything else you want to know? Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops. Indeed we do. Very impressive. Anything else you want to know? You're right, they weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis, and it was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know? Once we restore power, we learn that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We use them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry.
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... words can't do it justice. Anything else you want to know? Loyal found a file somewhere on the base with magazine articles, photographs, a map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300 years ago. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it. Except we haven't left Nellis in decades. Yes! In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do. You should go talk to him. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles, or learn how to throw my voice.
Suddenly appeared before me, the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me, and when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Yes, Outsider?
Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone.
There's still patients in need of treatment. Help them if you...
Without a love of my own.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
find
Mr.
out.
New Vegas here.
Learn a thing or two
You're
from
all
me.
so great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. And now the news.
I thought that
A
man was done
baggage
for.
courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a
Excellent
full
treatment.
recovery.
I hadn't thought of
Now
that.
that's a delivery service you can count on. In addition,
Yes, Outsider?
citizens of Outer Vegas
Those men owe you
flocking
their
to the
lives.
strip in droves
Seems we could
amid
learn a
the
thing or
wave
two from
of
you
terror
savages
caused by
when it
men
comes to
known
medicine.
as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination, and especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
There'll be no wedding bells for today. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell.
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
Oh, ain't you glad to sing?
Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay, just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
Oh, I got spurs that jingle,
I got
jangle,
spurs that jingle,
as I
jangle,
go
jingle.
riding merrily
As I go
along.
riding merrily along.
Oh, ain't you glad
And they
to
sing,
jingle?
oh, ain't you glad
And that
to jingle?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song is so
wrong.
very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never got spurs that jingle,
I got
jangle,
spurs that jingle,
as I
jangle,
go
jingle.
riding merrily
As I
along.
go riding merrily along.
Oh, ain't you glad
And they sing, oh, ain't
So,
you glad
I hope
to
Pearl knows
jingle?
what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
very far from wrong.
I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants. Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach.
Now that's a delivery service you can count on. In addition, NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved when technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure would have been a disaster because of the age of the train and the scarcity of the replacement parts. Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's got to give. Up next.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours, implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. All the latest news coming your way right now. Word out of Camp Golf is that many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said it was part of a new strategy. In other news, scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. And that's the news. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be high. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. Ah, silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Although I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first stare. Will this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again. All because I'm mad about the
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here. You're all so great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. I've got news for you. Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Black Mountain recently. Most are calling the static, quote, a welcome improvement. One more story for you. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. That news was brought to you by the Tops Casino. You'll dig us, baby. We're the Tops. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world. Stop. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning, I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, boy, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Word out of Camp Golf is that many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said it was part of a new strategy. Moving on. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love someone